Alright, what's going on, everybody? Today, we're making an operator tier list. Now, I'm aware. You don't care about my opinion, that's fine. You're probably not going to agree with all my picks, and you're probably going to tell me about it in the comments anyway, so we're going to say, I'm going to give my opinion anyways. I feel like I have decently valid takes. But, without further ado, let's just get into it, alright? Ace. Ace is very solid. I'm bouncing between A and S because his gun's great, his gadget's great. I think we're going to throw him an S, and I don't feel like that's super debatable. He's a great operator. High A tier at the very least. Ace is a awesome operator. Alibi. B. I like Alibi. I feel like her ability is cool. It can definitely work when you need it to, but it isn't like a guaranteed lock, like it's going to work every time. Her gun's pretty good. It's kind of, overall, it's kind of a mid operator, but I think she's better than, C. However, Amaru, I'm going C. Pretty good gun. Her ability doesn't really work anything past, like, I'd say maybe platinum as a platinum player. But at the end of the day, you hear it coming, and good players, they're ending you every time you're playing tomorrow. I mean, that's just guaranteed. Aruni. I think I'll go B here. Reason being, her her gun, pretty solid. Her ability, pretty solid. Overall, she's just pretty solid. I mean, other than the fact that you can make people like waste their utility, maybe a drone or two. I don't know. She's like borderline S, but I think B is a good place for her. Ash. I have Ash in A tier for a couple reasons. Obviously, a lot of your top fraggers will play Ash, but it's kind of a selfish operator. She doesn't really contribute to the team much unless maybe you like make her rotate with her breaching round. But her guns are good, obviously. She's fast. She's fun to frag with. But the S tiers are kind of like the, in my opinion, the operators that help everyone and also, good guns, good speed. So Ash is really good, but I just don't. You can make an argument for S. I'm gonna leave her A. Azami, however, is S. Now I know you can break her barriers now a little bit easier. It's still annoying. She's still really good. If you use her right, she's a great operator. Azami's still S tier. You can argue about that. I got her in S all day. Bandit, A. Obvious reasons. You got that sight denial, but it's like, and not everyone can bandit trick super well. I mean, you put a bandit in a tub, I mean, it works pretty good. But as an operator himself, very good, but not the best. A tier. Blackbeard. Just gonna leave it there. He's need a buff. I mean, he used to be crazy, but nowadays he got a couple shields. They get shot once and they're gone. His ability just isn't good. His guns are okay. He's not like super fast. I mean, he's D tier. Blitz. After the update and we made shields broken for whatever reason, A. Could even argue S if you wanted to. But not everyone can use Blitz like that. Blitz is broken. Blitz is great. Obviously, you can choose speed or whatever, but we all know that Blitz is a great operator. I leave him in A all day. Brava is S. Her gun's good. She got good speed. She can steal your gadgets and cameras, which is insane. Great operator. Easy S tier. Buck. I don't care. All the butt glazers are gonna be mad. I don't care. He's A. High A, but he's A. I don't. He's a little bit less selfish than the Ashe because he has a breaching charge, like a hard breach. But his ability is a shotgun. It can make rotates. Okay. Plenty of other operators can make rotates. He's another fragging op. He's mostly selfish. He has a great gun, don't get me wrong. He's A tier for me. I'm gonna leave that there. Capito. See. Has Bravo's gun. It's a good gun, but he isn't very game changing. You know what I mean? You got a little bit of fire. That's useful sometimes. You got 2 smokes. That's useful sometimes. He's just kind of mid. Castle? I'm gonna give him an S, and I think we know why. Just what he brings to a defense. If you play him good and you don't lock your teammates like insight in one controlled room, which is not a problem if you're good at the game. Castle's great. He's good to have on the team if you have a Castle who knows how to play. His gun's great. His ability's great. Great operator. Cav. I love Cav to death. But most of the time, you got Cavs on your team, and they're first picked. Her ability, when you get to use it, is pretty solid. Her gun's decent. Her pistol's obviously pretty good. But not super game-changing, obviously. I feel like you can make an argument for B. But, in my opinion, I teeter more towards C. Clash. I don't like Clash. I hate playing against Clashes. If you play her right, she's super annoying and can be very good. However, I'm not giving Clash anything above a B because she's annoying, but she's not like the greatest operator in the game. I think we can all agree on that. Deimos is super underwhelming, honestly. Low C. I'm hesitant to even put him in C. He's almost a D. He's so easily counterable by like mute. It doesn't even like Vigil. He is counters out the wazoo. His gun's okay. His pistol's obviously pretty decent. Obviously, you know, it's nice to have the tracking, but he's just not game changing. Doc. Yes. Gotta love the healing. Gotta love the P90 with the ACOG. Great operator. Not much to say about Doc. Doc's always been good. Dokkaebi's also going in S. We all know why. Super annoying. You hate playing against Dokkaebi, and obviously you can make the argument, well, Mute also counters her. Well, whenever Deimos gets a kill, you can't pick up their little phone and steal all the cameras. There's a difference. Dokkaebi's S. Echo? B. B. Echo's pretty mid. Obviously, his ability is great sometimes, you know, when they're trying to plant the bomb and you just keep knocking them off of it. But good players will probably find the Echo drone and they'll get rid of that. But he's kind of mid to me, kind of above mid to slightly above mid. But he's B for me. Ella. We're going C, and that I don't think a lot of people will be mad about that. Her gun's pretty good, but it has pretty crazy recoil, which obviously you can control it if you're good at the game, but not everyone can control it. Her mines are decent. I mean, they stun you. Kinda. They mess with your eyes a little bit. I don't know. She's just kind of mid to me at the end of the day. However, Fenrir is not. Fenrir is broken. There's a reason he's banned in every ranked game you're in. Arguably the best defender in the game right now. Very good. Super annoying. Always banned for a reason. Finka, we're going A. Great guns. Universal healing. Not much to say about Finka. Finka's just a great operator. You have one on the team, you're chilling. Nice having Finkas around. Flores. I give Flores a B. His gun's decent, you know. Obviously, you get those 4 drones, and you can destroy stuff with it, but most of the time you get those teammates who think they're going to, you know, kill the enemies with it, so they're going to throw all 4 of their drones away and do nothing with it. And they take so long to detonate. I'm glad that they can't, you know, get destroyed when they're detonating. But I don't think he has an art. I don't think I think he's B. Played correctly, he's A. But for the most part, I'm giving him a B. Frost, same boat. I give her a B. Obviously, the Frost mats are nice, but really easy to see. Her gun's decent. Obviously, having the shotgun's nice for rotates and stuff. But she's B in my mind. Kind of mid. Not super game changing. Fuse. You see, I'm going A. And a lot of people won't like that, and I don't care. Fuse is actually pretty good. You stick a stupid thing on the wall. Dunk, 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 dunk. You know, sometimes you get a pick. If not, you're applying pressure. Also has a hard breach. Also has a great gun. Actually, all of his guns are pretty decent. I mean, if you play him with a shield, you're a weirdo, but I mean, I can see why you do it. Fuse is A. I don't care what people say. Glass, however, I feel like Glass is better than most of the C tier operators. You know, you throw out the smokes. You have teammates like play Maverick, throw their smokes out, open up the garage a little bit. That's broken. That strat works. So, I give Glass a B. Again, kind of mid, but a better mid. Goyo. Goyo has an argument for A, or S, I mean. You know, great gun. Obviously has the ACOG. Great sight denial. You know what? I don't know. I believe him A. But just know he's teetering S. Good luck. Again. I'm going B, but you can argue A. High B. Almost A. Because her spikes are great, but an impact wipes out so many of them. They apply good pressure. Her guns are good. She's not necessarily fast. She's very decent. Almost good. Very decent. Grim. I'd give him a B. He's low B. His ability's nice whenever you use it correctly. His gun's very decent. He's just a mid character. I mean, he's not crazy, but he's not bad by no means. Habana, A. I think I'm comfortable with A. A almost S. Her gun's great, obviously. Not a lot of bullets, but it's a good gun. Her gadget, obviously, very solid. She's not slow. She's a fun operator to play. I don't feel like she's super game changing. She's very good though. I give her an A. Iana. People will probably be mad about that too. Her guns are great. Her ability is literally unlimited drones. I think that right there is an upset. I think Iana's S tier. You can argue A. I'd be fine with that. But Iana is still a very good operator. IQ, however, C. There's not a lot of times where you need an IQ. Kind of just a mid operator. Probably needs an update. IQ's just mid. Not terrible, but mid. Jackal. I'd argue A. The tracking's obviously really good. His guns are insane. The weapon kit that they gave this guy, so good. There's a reason he's banned most of the time, too. He's a very good operator. Jaeger, I'm going B. I feel like he's a little bit outdated. I think Wamai is just the better version of Jaeger. And if you're mad about that, that's fine. So that's what that does. But yeah, Jaeger's just kind of outdated. Kaid. Both his guns are great. His gadget's better than Bandit's in my opinion. It's harder to hit. It's harder to find. Just overall very solid operator. One of the greatest. You want to have a Kaid on your team. Most of the time. Callie. A lot of people would put her C or D because, it's a sniper rifle in a one-hit headshot game. But her gadget is actually so useful. You can break so much of their utility. Just hit that little button. Boom. Boom. And they never knew the difference. Callie's B. If you want to argue C, that's fine. I think Callie is actually a very good operator. Capcan. I think we all know where he's going. It's been great for a long time. His gadget's great. Obviously, if you're looking for it, sure. You might not step on it. Or step through the doorway, I mean. Still great. His gun's great. He's just a great operator. Also has a nitro cell. Insane. Legion. I don't care if he got nerfed recently. He's broken. The T95 is a no recoil, insane SMG that is it's just like a lock if you get into a gunfight, if you're even half remotely decent at the game. His mines. They might take a little bit longer to get here, and they also might do 2 less damage. I don't care. They still stack. You still get 9 of them. The sound cue is... Psh, ah! Everyone knows. He's a great operator. He's S. Lion. B. Very good gun. Ability is also very counterable, kind of like Deimos. I think that's about enough said about Lion. Lion's decent. Maestro. I'm also going to be on Maestro. Evil Eyes are great to have. But I feel like a lot of times you find yourself with a Maestro on your team who's sitting on his camera all game, not doing anything other than trying to just tag enemies here and there. Sometimes they're good enough to destroy drones. But, I don't know. I just don't feel like Maestro's amazing. I think he's decent. I think he's better than mid. But I don't think he's deserving of A or S. Maverick, however... I don't know. That one's hard. He's really good. His gun's really good. His gadgets are really good. He's fast. He's a great operator. I think I'll leave him at S. If you're mad about that, that's fine. I'd debate A as well. That's fine. Literally one of the best defenders this season. I do not care. Malusi has been going crazy. Malusi is great. You give her the MP5, you put on an ACOG, you're golden. Her ability is great. Just an overall very good operator. Mira. I think you'd be crazy not to put Mira in S. I mean, oh, you can destroy it with a Twitch drone. I don't care. She's broken. She's a great operator. She's one of the best in the game. If you have a good Mira on your team, you're chilling. You're probably winning the round. You're probably winning the game if you have a good Mira. Monty, same as Blitz. Shields are broken this season. A good Monty goes a long way. Mozzie, B. Obviously was better when he had the 1.5 and everything. His ability is still nice to have. Drone denial. He's a very decent operator. I'm not mad when people pick him, but I'm not like, whoa! Oh my gosh! Mute. Mute stays an S. Mute's always been an S. Mute's great. Great shotgun. Great SMG. Those Mute jammers are insane. Mute is top dog. He's one of the best operators in the game, let alone defender. Knock. I love Knock's gun. I like the grenades. Her ability is just not great. But I feel like she's a little bit better than Blackbeard. In my opinion. No bad. Low A. Low A to high B, my opinion. She's very good. especially if you put them in places where people don't see them. Her little ability and her guns also, both of them are really good. But if you want to argue B, that's fine. I think she's personally A. Oryx. C. His ability's not crazy. You run through walls. T95 is obviously really good. I will stand on that. T95 is a great gun. But he doesn't have the 1.5. If he had the 1.5, he might even be B. I don't know. But I just feel like Oryx isn't super game changing. If you have an Oryx on your team, he's probably just going to run through every wall that isn't reinforced just for fun. I don't think he is deserving of anything higher than C. Osa? I give her A. Great gun. Her gadgets, her ability, I guess, her little shield is very nice to have. And that's about it. Osa is she's a pretty good operator to have. Obviously very easy counterable though. But I'll leave her at A. I think she's an A tier. Pulse? I have him at A to B. I have him at like high. I'll put him at high B. If you want to argue A, I'm totally cool with that because he is really good. He's fast. His gun. If he had the 1.5 or the ACOG or anything like that, he is easily A. But we're gonna leave him at B. Obviously, the nitro cell is nice to have too. I feel like he's B. You can get mad about that. You're probably already mad at this point anyways. I'm probably making a lot of people mad, but RAM. A to S. RAM. Ram's, I'll probably leave her at A. Purely because she's so ungodly slow. Her ability's nice to have, for sure. You know, it makes a lot of noise, and obviously you can destroy stuff, but I don't think she's quite S. If she was a little bit faster, I'd probably put her at S. But I think I'll leave her A. Rook. Oh, rookie. S. Same reasons as Doc. Extra health. You get to self-revive. The 1.5 on the P90 goes crazy. Just a great operator. Impacts. Great defender. Rook is amazing. Sens. I'd probably put Sen Z. Their gun isn't great. Their ability is okay. Sens is not someone I really want someone on my team most of the time. You can get mad about that. I don't know. I just feel like Sens is a D tier operator. Obviously, if you're mad about that, you can be mad about that. But that's just my opinion. Sledge. Put him there with Oryx. And I feel like that's where he deserves to be. He kind of does the same thing as Oryx on offense, but he's slower. But his gun is great. If his gun wasn't so good, he'd probably be D. But his guy, even the shotgun's good. I love that shotgun. But I think Sledge is C. His ability's literally a hammer. He's not crazy. But his gun is good enough. I feel comfortable putting him Z. Smoke. Smoke is arguably S. But I'm going to put him A. Shotgun's great. His machine gun's great. Obviously, his gadget is pretty nice for sight denial, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather see a Goyo on my team than a Smoke. Solus? Just know Solus is borderline S. A lot of people will probably be mad that Solus isn't in S. I just don't feel like Solus is... Obviously, you know, you can see drones. That's great. Picking off drones is great. It helps. Obviously, you can see claymores outside the door if you're going to jump outside. But at the end of the day, it's just IQ on defense. With a better gun, in my opinion. I think Solus is just A. You can argue S. That's fine. Chonka's probably D. I guess you have sight denial with him, too. His LMG is not bad. You know what? C. I can't put Tajanka at D. I put him at C. Tachanka is just not great. Obviously, it's Lord Tachanka, and obviously, I probably shouldn't disrespect the man, but, you know. Thatcher's S. Everyone knows. If you're good at the game, you know Thatcher's S. Thatcher is great. Great gun. Great utility. Helps shut down people like Kaid and Bandit. It's all you could ever want. Even mute jammers, which is great. Thatcher's S. One of the best attackers in the whole game. Thermite. I'd put Thermite A. Borderline S. Gun's great, ability is great. I just feel like he's a little too easy of a counter. If you're bandit tricking or using Tubero, I believe his name is. He's just, I don't know. I don't feel like he's amazing. Thorn's B, and a lot of people would argue that she's worse. I think she's B. Her gun has no recoil. Her ability, it's good sometimes. Most of the time you can just run away from it. It's kind of like a Flores situation. You know it's going off. You're just going to get away from it. It'll be fine. Thunderbird. I don't feel like Thunderbird gets the respect she deserves. The Spear is a good gun. With a suppressor, sexy. Very good gun. Obviously, healing stations are great. I know, the enemies can use them. But your teammates can use them. They get knocked. They need healing. They're set. If you're a good Thunderbird, you're setting them up around sight. Thunderbird is a very solid A tier. I feel like that's a lock. Tubero. Now I'm debating. I think I'll put them next to Bandit here. Because, you know, they work together so well. A Bandit without a Tubero is A. And a Tubero without a Bandit is an A. Together they're S. But we're basing it by themselves. They're A. You can argue that they're better. I feel like they're just A. His gun's great. His ability's great. But I don't feel like he's... I feel like the best sight denials are Kaid and me. Twitch. I'm not putting her in A. Delete that paragraph you were typing. Twitch is awesome. Twitch is a great operator. Her gun is great. Obviously, you get to drive your drone around site, pick off all of your utility, and obviously it recharges. Very good operator. Valkyrie. Valkyrie's borderline S, in my opinion. Her cameras are great. Her gun is very decent. But I don't feel like she's super game changing because her cameras are nice to have. But good players find them. That's you got Twitch on the other team. They're probably taking out your Valk cams. Vigil. Vigil mains are going to be mad, but his guns are good. But his ability is, oh, you can't see me on a camera. Now, obviously, if you're getting tracked by Deimos, his ability is pretty nice. Or a Lion, his ability is pretty nice. Or a Jackal, his ability is pretty nice. But that's very situational. I don't feel like his ability is game-changing. I don't feel like it helps the team a lot. Most of the time, your Vigil's either getting first picked or, you know, occasionally they'll work out. Well, my S, for sure. Probably has the best overall weapon kit in the game. You guys MP5. I think the MP5K. With an ACOG or 1.5 or whatever you prefer. With impacts. He's like I think he's a 2-2. 2 armor, 2 speed. Very good operator. I'm always happy to have Wamai on my team. Wamai, great operator. As a last season Warden main, this pains me. But first, they took away his speed and made him slow. Then they took away the 1.5. The only reason he's B is because he kind of takes away a whole playstyle, like Ying. You can't just Ying the site because unless it's a Warden trying to live out the glory days, they're probably sitting in sight waiting for you. Warden is unfortunately kind of mid now, which pains me to say because I loved playing Warden last season. But at the end of the day, he's just B. Ying, speaking of, it's crazy that we're going to have 2 more S tiers. Ying is S. An 80 bullet LMG with no recoil is insane. 4 empowered flashbangs is insane. Hard breach is insane. Also one of the greatest attackers in the game. I'd argue one of, if not the best. 0. Probably the most underrated operator in the game. You are aware this man is literally Twitch, but he has more cameras and a gun with less recoil. Like, the amount of disrespect 0 gets is insane. You could just shoot the camera. You could say the same thing about Twitch. Don't even come at me with that argument. 0 is S, and he does not get the credit he deserves. Last but not least, slow Ash. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Zofia. Her ability is just pretty much Ash's. It shoots a little bit quicker, but she's slower. She also has 2 Ela mines in her pocket. That's fine. Her guns are pretty decent, but overall she's just kind of a mid character. I don't feel like Zofia is a game changer. If you have a Zofia on your team, you're probably not like, oh my gosh, a Zofia! Yay! You're probably like, oh, he's probably playing her for the 150 round LMG. That's the only reason I play her. Because having 150 bullets in a 1 headshot kill game is crazy. But, give you a recap here. S tier. Ace, Azami, Brava, Castle, Doc, Doki Doki Literature Club, Fenrir, Ayana, Kaid, Capcan, Legion, Maverick, Mira, Malusi, Mute, Rook, Thatcher, Twitch, Wamai, Ying, 0. A tier. Ash, Bandit, Tubero, Monty, Blitz, Buck, Finka, Fuse, Goyo, Habana, Jackal, Nomad, Osa, Ram, Smoke, Solus, Thermite, Thunderbird, last but not least, Valkyrie. Obviously B, C, D, no one really cares. Someone you probably randomly mained down there and you're probably going to be mad about it, but that's fine. This is the Year 9 Season 1 Operator Tier List. Some people will probably be mad about it, and I could already probably point out which operators you'll probably bring up here. But I don't care. This is my opinion, but I feel like I've backed most of it with reasoning of why I think they belong where. Also, if you haven't, subscribe, like. I'll make more videos like this. Also, my Twitch is NoVaVisionsx. I'm live every day, other than Saturdays, which is when this video will be going up. But appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe for more content.